Welcome to the Graps Podcast. I am Brain Buster. That is Khalid. We just got finished watching AEW All in London, the second one ever. Holy shit, my computer. Okay, we're clear. Khalid, what did you think of the show overall?
Overall, man, it was good, man. I enjoyed myself, man. I really enjoyed myself. I really felt like
I had to leave the Discord call. Your audio was doubled up. I was like, oh fuck.
But fucking, I really enjoyed it. Like, it was fun, man. It was a fun show.
It was, yeah.
Just genuinely.
It was a lot of fun. I think definitely better than last year's. Not by like a huge margin, but definitely better. Excuse me. To kick off the show, the pod, couple of announcements. AEW Grand Slam Brisbane is February of next year, and then it was officially announced that Forbidden Door would be in London next year, August 24th or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean those were like the big parts of the pre-show. The pre-show matches were fine. Willow won her match against Stat, so she is going to pick the stipulation for Willow versus Stat at All Out in 2 weeks, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's about it. They rearranged the schedule, so All In next year is going to be before Forbidden Door. So we'll see how that goes. Khalid had a good point that like Forbidden Door is usually where all like the big summer stuff for AEW starts. So I guess it'll kick off with All In, and then Blood and Guts, and then Forbidden Door.
It's going to be like Double or Nothing is what, May.
Yeah.
So you like usually it go May, Double or Nothing, Forbidden Door, June, and then you would have that month break where you'd put Blood and Guts in there. But now it seems like Blood and Guts is going to be June.
Yeah.
Double or Nothing, Blood or Guts, All In, Forbidden Door, and then All Out. So
yeah, that's what I'm guessing as well. Yeah. I mean, I said that was the big stuff on the pre-show. Forgot this happened on the pre-show. Fucking Jamie Hayter returned, dude. Let's fucking go, dude. Let's go, fellas. We are back. The world's champion is back. Let's fucking go. That's all I can say, brother. I'm interested to see where they use her now, but for now we're just happy that she's back. Okay.
Oh God, yeah.
It got a little scary there for a bit. She's out for more than a year. It's a little weird, but she's back. We're chilling. Kicking off the main show, Pac, Claudio, and Wheeler Yuta won the trios titles in a London ladders match. I thought the match was like meh for the most part. I think Juice Robinson was a fucking MVP. He took a crazy ball shot on the fucking top rope. Just castrated himself, dude. She was crazy. And then he like fell to the outside onto a table, but the table didn't break. Looked like a fucked up bump.
Yeah.
And Christian, I think, also fell from the ladder or something like that and hit his head. It was fucking crazy. Yeah, what'd you think about it? How'd you feel?
I really liked the match. The only thing that was like throwing me off was the ladder sizes. That was like it was like very like I don't know. It was very weird because like the ladders look small, but I guess the belts were also low as well. Because when they got to the top of those tiny ladders, they could reach the belts. Like they didn't have to go all the way to the top. They could just like get somewhere near the top and they could reach the belt. So I was like, oh, this is crazy. But a lot of like just ladder stuff. Crazy spots, crazy bumps, out the wazoo. The way it ended. The way they ended, I'm glad they didn't have Killswitch get the titles because Killswitch isn't even a champion. Like technically, it's not even or wasn't even a champion. It was Shayna. So Killswitch would not be able to get those titles. If he would have, that would have been a big, like what are we doing there? But they didn't even, they didn't come away with it. I do like the winners. I do like Pac being in like this little like I don't know what it is, but like
it is a little weird. Like,
yeah.
Is he in Blackpool Combat Club? Is he not? I'm glad he got his moment, his Wembley moment, as they call it. Yeah. But it is like a weird team.
It is.
I'm not mad that they won. It's just a little weird. Directly after that, weirdly, was Mariah May versus Toni Storm. Immediately, Khalid and I were talking about that this should be the co-main event. Like, the fact that it wasn't at least higher on the card than some of the shit that came after it is a little weird. But the match was still awesome. It was still a great match. Probably my third favorite match of the night. We'll get into other stuff, obviously, but probably my third favorite match of the night. Mariah bled a decent amount. She also slapped the fuck out of her mother.
Yeah, that was crazy.
She was crazy. The finish was awesome. Mariah double knees to the back and the front of the face of Toni Storm, and then hit a fucking Mayday and just fucking pinned her. Won the world championship. I love this match. I thought it was really, really good. It was like a lot of drama and like theatrics, but it all like benefited the match. It all added to the match.
Yeah.
You feel the same way?
Yeah. I really like that match. They started out slugging. You know, it was a lot of like strikes back and forth throughout the whole match. It started out with like, you know, the punches, and then eventually they got into the chops. They got into the two-handed chops. Like, yeah, it was personally what I liked. A lot of brawling with some theatrics, because you know you have the story throughout the whole match and stuff like that. But overall, yes, thank you.
Yeah, I like the match a lot. After that, though, probably the second worst match of the night. Hook defeated Jericho.
Who cares?
It was like a really unoffensive match, but it was just so fucking boring. Like, there was like stupid spots where Hook had the eye patch on and Jericho was like tapping his shoulder, and so he would swing wildly in that direction. But then afterwards, he just like took it off and was like, "I can see. Why did you do the stupid fucking Terry Funk swinging spots then? Doesn't make any fucking sense." The finish was cool. Taz choked out Brian Keith, and while Hook choked out Jericho. So, I mean, yeah, Hook won. He won the title back. Do I even need to pass this one to you? It was dumb as fuck.
The only thing cool that happened was Hook at the beginning of his entrance. He had the Taz heartbeat intro, and that shit was cool as fuck. It was cool as shit that they had that at the beginning, but immediately after that intro ended, it was over. Okay, it was over. If they would have let him use his theme,
yeah, we were saying like we would have been. That would have carried the match for us. The
feeling
of that would have been fucking awesome.
I would put all Hook, anti-Hook agenda like to the side for those 10 to 12 minutes, however long the match was. I would have put it to the side. I'd be like, "Hey, Hook, you're kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, but as soon as the match ended, fuck you. Retire the belt. Let's get that shit over with. Thank you."
Exactly. Please retire the belt. Just get it over with. That's it. Up after that was the trios tag match, the three-way tag match, not the trios tag. The Bucks came out dressed as the Beatles. Rules. FTR came out dressed as the Hart Foundation. Pretty sick. The Acclaimed came out as the Acclaimed. These guys fucking stink. There was a lot going on in the match, so they used like a lot of they used everybody in this match. There was like a bunch of different moves where they combined different like variations of partners to hit other moves. So like Max Caster and Cash hit a Shatter Machine on Matt, and then Dax and Caster did the superplex on Matt for Cash to do the big splash, but then his knees went up. And then it was a lot of Caster. Caster and Matt hit a EVP trigger on Dax, I believe. So yeah, I mean they used a lot of different variations of tag partners in this match. It was good. It wasn't like a fucking horrible match. I thought it was middle of the road as far as this card goes. After the match though, the Young Bucks won, by the way. But then after the match, the fucking GYV came out, dude. Grizzly Young Veterans. Grit your teeth.
Grit your fucking teeth.
Things like that, brother. I think these guys are like a really, really solid piece to the tag division. They're not going to be like they're not going to take the company to the next level, but they might take the division to the next level because the division's shambolic. But yeah, these guys are like genuinely very good, like a very good team to have in the division. I'm excited. They rule. How'd you feel about the match, and how do you feel about Grizzly Young Veterans coming into our beloved AEW?
The match, cool match. I liked it. I like the thing with the Bucks and like the Bucks and FTR mainly, and even the Acclaimed is like, if you're going to do a match and you can't deliver like this high spectacle, at least let it be good. And that's what they did. They let it be good. They didn't go out there and do a stinker. Everybody was on their A game. Wasn't no botches, anything like that. It all blended together really well, especially when they were like you were saying, they were doing the spots where they were interchanging partners. It seemed like everybody really was, confident in doing those spots and not, fumbling each other and things like that. The Bucks, they won. And I mean, like it's a given, but they were going to look good in this match because they're motivated when it's pay-per-views, and even on the 6-man match on Dynamite, I think, with Darby and everybody, like they look good there too. So like, as of right now, I can't really complain.
Yeah, I mean, like I know Nick did the moonsault to the outside. Yeah, they looked like the Young Bucks,
Yeah, they look like the Bucks are supposed to look, which is
they showed that like whenever they care, they can, try look good.
Yeah, it was just crazy.
Contrary to popular belief, they can do that.
Yeah, they have the ability to do that.
So hopefully going forward, they do that.
Yeah, I mean, like if the GYV is their next feud, that has to be a bang. I feel like that should be a fucking bang.
Yeah.
And like they fucking when the GYV came into the ring, I was like, who the fuck? Oh, it's GYV. Got little scarves on and all that good stuff. Bucks get out the ring. GYV, they hit that damn. Oh my god, they fucking. Yeah, it was like the Lariat Lex Week combo, but man, oh my god, the way the Lariat piece, the way that shit hit, oh my god, that
was my dude, he
fucking clubbed
James Drake hit a fucking clothesline from hell, if you will.
Oh Jesus Christ,
she was awesome.
Crazy. So we're probably gonna get GYV versus FTR.
That's gonna be sick.
That's gonna be a fucking banger of a match. Hopefully, if AEW can get a residency soon, we can get that in like a small, compact little stadium, little ring, a little thing. Yeah, but yeah, I'm excited.
Collision really should just be in like constant residencies.
It should. Like Collision and ROH should both be in just a little residency.
Yes. Yeah. After that was the gauntlet match. Everybody, this audience, I almost said fellas is a gender neutral term for us. Fellas.
Yeah, it is.
This match was fucking amazing. Second favorite match of the night was this shit right here. This shit was unbelievable. The match started out with Orange Cassidy in all black, by the way. Looked awesome.
Yeah.
And Okada. Okada in Wembley, his entrance was unbelievable. They grappled around a bit. They did their thing.
Yeah.
And then after that, dude, the third entrant.
Holy shit.
Nigel fucking McGuinness, bro.
Hey.
Oh my God. That's the story of the match for me. Nigel looked awesome. Genuinely, like, very fucking good. He worked with Okada, Orange, a little bit with Kyle, and had like a whole mini like match with Zach.
Yeah.
It was fucking. I was relishing the moment, dude. I was like, oh yeah, well, Zack Sabre Jr. was in the match as well. But dude, like, unbelievable. It was so fucking nice to see him in the ring. Made me very, very happy. Ricochet also debuted in this match.
Yeah, Ricochet.
So that ruled. He looked awesome. He was doing stuff that he couldn't do in the World Wrestling Federation. So like, happy about that. Hangman was in there. Obviously, no shit. And And then the finish. So like Luchasaurus came down. They called him Luchasaurus.
They called him Luchasaurus.
It was on his Titantron.
It was on his Tron.
Luchasaurus. He comes down in the ring, acts like he's going to chokeslam Christian, but then Kyle O'Reilly stumbles into it. So Luchasaurus chokeslams Kyle, and then puts Christian on top of Kyle, and then Christian wins. Now listen, fellas. That's the name of our audience now. It's just fellas. I don't know why I'm saying it so much. Listen, everybody. I don't have an issue with Christian versus Bryan Danielson. I think that match is going to be fucking awesome.
They had a great match. A great match on Collision.
Yeah, it was on Collision. Yeah, it was fantastic. Mm-hmm. So I'm not mad about that. But the finish for this was so like, really?
Yeah.
You did all that just for that? It seemed like a little bit much. Not a little bit much. It didn't feel like enough, is what I meant. It didn't feel like much. It was just like, I know. I mean, like outside of that, I know we both love the match, right?
Absolutely. There was around like the later part of the match, I think like right before Christian got into the fucking ring. Lord have mercy. What? Okay, so there was this three-way exchange of Kyle, Nigel, and Roddy. And my Lord.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So Nigel, he did the Tower of London. He did the Tower of London. Crazy. He starts running the ropes for this damn lariat. He goes 1, 2, 3. He hits the ropes 3 fucking times. That's a lot. If you've seen people hit the ropes like to do moves, you know hitting the ropes 3 times, you got a lot of velocity. And whatever's coming
that's a Cash Wheeler fucking suicide dive right there.
Disgusting. So he hits the ropes 1, 2, 3. He comes back. Roddy knees him directly in the face. Bang. Kyle forearms Roddy out the ring. Nigel is selling the knee. Jawbreaker lariat coming into town, and he fucking claimed him. Oh,
my. Leveled him with it. He sold against the ropes, but then he bounced back and fucking just fucking destroyed him, dude.
By the way, Nigel hasn't done the Jawbreaker lariat in like, I want to say easily like 15 years, probably.
Yes.
I want to say like somewhere in there. 10
not
15.
Like publicly.
yeah, not publicly. He hasn't done one in a public match. He has not done one in like 15 to 10 years. He did more lariats throughout the match, and it's like, yo, like, has this guy really been gone? Like, are we sure he hasn't been wrestling? And clearly he has. I don't know who the fuck he's been training with.
He's been training with somebody.
He's been training with somebody because like not only is his wrestling too, but he looks great. He looks like a wrestler. Like he looks like like what ROH Nigel would look like today if he kept wrestling. Yeah. Like it's crazy that he could sit behind a desk for the past 8 to 9 years, and still look that way and then move that way in the ring. Yeah. I personally, I feel like him and Zach should do a one-off, somewhere. They should really get that on somewhere. I don't know where they're going to do it.
It needs to be Zach and Brian are the 2 matches that Nigel needs. Like, really, really bad.
Yes.
Needs it.
Yes.
If he retires without having those matches, I'll be very sad. I'll even, for me, like for us, I'll throw Kyle in there. I don't think as many people would be like losing their minds over it, but that's for us.
I mean, the way they looked in the ring too, like it was like, yo, like Nigel and Roddy, Nigel and Kyle, Nigel and Okada. Like, what are we doing here? Like
everybody that was coming out, I was like, but like this guy with Nigel, you know, like I was losing my shit.
Like, yo, like, oh my God, I don't want to keep going on about Nigel, but
that's fine.
People don't understand like how good Nigel was. Other than early 2000s ROH or like ROH throughout the 2000s, you had 2 people. You did have Samoa Joe, but then he went to TNA, so it was 2 people. It was Brian and it was Nigel. Everybody knows about Brian, of course, but not too people know that Nigel in ROH was one of the best. He was one of the best wrestlers in the world. He was a big. He's like 6'4", 6'5", something like that. Did lariats. He could high fly at the time. I don't. He probably wouldn't be able to do it now. But at the time, he could jump the ropes. Had a Tower of the London finisher, the Jawbreaker, one of the best lariats. Like, oh my god,
yeah,
one of the best in the world. If he can somehow just make any type of comeback, well,
I'll be very, 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 very happy.
Very happy.
Like,
very
he was an amazing wrestler. And if like you said, if he can like even come back at a fraction of what he was, like a good fraction of what he was, but like a fraction of what he was, I'll be content. I'll be very happy. After that was Will Ospreay versus MJF. Ospreay had a cool like Assassin's Creed entrance. It was cool. I mean, like it was an actual like a collaboration with
Assassin's Creed,
like Assassin's Creed. So I think that's pretty cool actually. AEW collabing with any kind of video game is always sick. Like it was sick when it was Yakuza, Street Fighter, Texas Chainsaw Massacre was fucking sick. Match sucked, but it was cool. And then MJF had a fucking imperialist entrance. She was crazy, dude. He had flag wavers out there, and he came out dressed as Uncle Sam. The match was also not like fantastic. It was like pretty bloated. It had some really dumb like spots with like the ref. A lot of like really dumb ref spots. There was like more Tiger Driver drama, but then he did hit the Tiger Driver. Will Ospreay did, I mean. So yeah, I mean, talk about just the match first. We'll get into what happened leading to the finish, and who came out.
Yeah.
In a second, but go ahead.
Match, like, I was saying this directly after. I was like, if they didn't do that hour match, like this match probably would have been better. Like if they would have just did like a regular match as their first match and didn't do like crazy moves all out the gate and stuff like that. I mean they even could have did that, but just not be an hour long.
Yeah.
I feel like this match probably could have hit a bit more, but because of that hour long match. And like you really got to see like what each person could kick out of, like and it, a lot of that stuff they didn't even do here. So it's like what's the point of that hour match? But this match here, I did like it better than that one. Was it amazing? Of course not. Was it even really good? I mean, depends on what type of person you are. Me, like, I'm kind of glad it's just out the way. We get Ospreay
that's a good way. That's actually a good way to put it.
Yeah,
I'm glad it's out the way. Hopefully they can move on.
Yeah.
Ospreay and Pac, like you said, that's gonna be sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like the match was fucking.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It was a match.
It was a match. I think people are gonna be a little more ridiculous on Twitter about it. I think it was just fucking okay.
5 3/4 from Meltzer.
Yeah. But Will did end up hitting a Tiger Driver finally and winning the title back. But
thanks
what
for
happened? What happened leading to that was MJF was about to hit. I believe was about to hit Will with the title. Am I wrong?
I believe he was. Yeah.
I think he was about to hit Will with the title. He held it back, and a man with a balaclava came up on the apron. He took it off. He took the title away from MJF. We were like, holy shit. Who the fuck is that guy? Is it Adam Cole? Is it CM Punk? No. It was Daniel Garcia. He took the balaclava off. It was Daniel Garcia. And then I don't know if he hit him with a move, but I think no, he jumped off the apron.
Yeah.
And then MJF was like, I'll fucking get you for this, or whatever the fuck he said. And then he turned around. Will hit him with the hidden blade. Yeah. And then Tiger Driver, and he won. So yeah, DG is back. He, presumably has signed a deal with the company and is now going to go into a feud with MJF.
I have a scoop from PW Insider.
Oh, fuck.
And he said Daniel Garcia is under AEW contract through October and remains in discussions with the company. He has not signed a new contract yet.
Okay, well, I can assume because he is back, either they have just forced him to come back and work the last days of his contract, or they're going to resign. I assume he's going to resign. I'm going to be a little optimistic and say he will resign.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. It's good to see him back, though. Yeah, that's pretty sick. You know what wasn't sick to see? Mercedes Moné versus Britt Baker. Guy, this was a really like a genuinely rough match to watch. Britt doesn't look good, like in any way in the ring. Like everything seems so unnatural. It's so like awkward. Everything she does looks like it's the hardest thing she's ever done in her life. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like this was a struggle. They did like one cool like Mercedes had Britt on her shoulder for like an avalanche power body slam, and then Britt like reversed it into like her own version of a body slam. It was cool, but like that's like quite literally the only good thing about this match. And it wasn't even like that great. It was just kind of like oh fuck. Like that's kind of it.
It was fucking like just a lot of well, obviously a lot of Mercedes just carrying luggage, really.
Yeah.
Like she's out there. That I to someone's tweet, and they're saying Mercedes is trying to wrestle a Stardom match with Indy Hartwell. That's exactly what she was doing. That shit is so funny to me because that's literally what was happening.
Yeah.
Like it's bad because she was out there trying to do like some pretty good moves. She was out there trying to get crazy. But Britt just her selling wasn't on anything. On those the 3 suplexes, she was sandbagging a little bit. Like it just wasn't.
Mercedes like tried to do this like weird thing where she picked her up like she was gonna do a side slam, but then she like bounced her off the ropes and then into a side slam. But she did it once and it didn't look good.
It didn't look good. Yeah.
And then she just like did it again and it like looked better, but like why would you do it again? It's like I don't know. It was not a good match.
Hopefully Mercedes can get like
she needs to get like somebody of quality, whoever it is.
Yeah, because people are going to go ahead and be like, man, Mercedes was not worth the sign, not worth the money. Like, did you see that match at all? It's like slow your roll, because if we get her in the ring with Mina Shirakawa, Azumi, presumably Hater, like you can get her in the ring with any soccer. I promise you, they will give you like 4 stars. I swear to God,
it would be way fucking better.
Way fucking better. And hopefully we will see something like that, whether it's all out Grand Slam. Trust, we will see Mercedes with some competent talent
soon, hopefully, please.
So, fuck.
The next match was the coffin match. Darby Allin versus Jack Perry for the TNT Championship. Also, if it wasn't clear enough, Mercedes won the last match.
Yeah.
No shit. But anyways, Darby came out with fucking tacks glued onto his face.
Yeah.
Pretty insane. And then Jack came out and had probably my favorite entrance of the night, actually.
Yeah.
Well,
one of.
Outside of the main event.
Yeah.
This is probably probably my favorite entrance of the night. He just looks so fucking cool.
His
body bag.
Yeah, the presentation.
Yeah. And like they had it to where like the arena was like there was lights, but it was like almost blacked out. Yeah. And they had like the
spotlights,
just like spraying, like not spraying, but like going
around. They're just going
waving around. Yeah. It was awesome. The match itself, felt a little underwhelming. Like there was some cool spots where like Darby did the suicide dive into the coffin that was stood up. He took a bump off of the stage to the outside of some tables.
I think Darby or Perry gave him the back suplex onto the turnbuckle.
And there was also like the glass spots where Jack took out and he had some glass, some real glass. And he took I think a suplex into that or something like that. I mean the match was just a little underwhelming. The finish is also kind of weird because like Jack put Darby in a body bag and then laid him inside the coffin, and then but like he didn't shut it immediately. So Darby like got up and like they like set up kind of got out of the body bag a little bit, but then Jack hit him with the knee, and then he shut it. Like he put it back in and then shut it. And that was the finish of the match. So yeah, it was just like a little awkward. How did you feel about the match itself?
Yeah. Ending was a little awkward and it ran a little short. Apparently, according to a certain someone, MJF and Ospreay went too long.
Oh, surprise.
Surprise. So Harry and Darby got cut a little short. They had to take the hit, which is very unfortunate because I feel like they had a lot more planned for that match. Because we really didn't get that like signature like Darby comeback, like whether he would win or not. Like he didn't even do a code red this match. I don't think. Like
I don't think so.
Like that's crazy. He didn't do his signature strike combo. We didn't get nothing. We didn't get enough Darby. It really felt like a squash match because a lot of it was Perry beating him up. Which I mean, like, it makes him look like cool. Like, yeah, you had a dominant win, and you know what even happened after the match. I'm gonna let you want me to say it or
I got it real quick.
Yeah, you got it.
So Darby was in the coffin, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And Jack the Young Bucks actually brought down some gasoline. He started pouring it on the coffin, and then Jack got a lighter out and was going to light it on fire. But then the lights went out. And Seek and Destroy by Metallica hits, and fucking Sting walks out. He beats the fuck out of it. Well, he beats the fuck out of the Young Bucks. He didn't really do anything to Jack. Jack kind of ran away like a pussy. Yeah, so fucking Sting came out. It was awesome. The crowd was singing Seek and Destroy. Sting hit some, I think it was Scorpion Death Drops on
the
Bucks. And then Jack, I think it was actually before that, Jack hit Sting with a chair and Sting knows it was fucking sweet. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And then Sting got Darby out of the coffin and they just kind of walked away.
The gas-filled coffin. They put gas inside the coffin and then on the coffin. Fucking, if they had lit that bitch on fire, he would have fucking died.
He would have died. He would have been dead.
He would have fucking died. Because what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, just overall, the match was like a little disappointing. Like, obviously, they got cut short, so it's not totally their fault. I'm sure they had more that would have made the match fucking insane. Yeah. But
MJF, so Jacob Freeman.
I'm not surprised that MJF and Will Ospreay went long or something. The main event of the show, though, Bryan Danielson versus Swerve Strickland, career versus title. These entrances were fucking awesome. The two best of the night, easily. Bryan came out to Final Countdown, obviously. The crowd singing along, the whole thing. They, did the actual, like, the Final Countdown part. He said what's up to his kids and his wife. And then Swerve came out with fucking DJ Who Kid and West Side Gun.
Yeah.
And it's pretty sick. Yeah, it was awesome. The actual, like, introducing people, like the Justin Robertson shit, was awesome. Like, it felt like big time, genuinely. I especially like Swerve's portion of it. I thought it was, like, very, very good. The match was, like, fucking awesome. I was a very, very big fan of the match. Bryan bled like a motherfucker. He like took a couple crazy ass bumps. The DVD, I think it was a DVD that Swerve gave him on the apron on the ring bell, which caused Bryan to bleed. And then Swerve took Bryan to his fucking kids and was like talking shit while Bryan was gushing blood. There was a moment where I can't remember what Swerve was doing, but he had Bryan on his knees, like looking at his family. And I think it might have been like before he hit a house call on Bryan. Bryan like reached for his kid.
Yeah, it was directly like it was like, oh my god, just kicked him. Oh,
bro, absolutely sick shit. Like, who does that? His kids were crying, especially Birdie. Birdie was fucking like crying. I mean, there's like not the finish. Bryan Danielson went for the Busaiku knee and Swerve fucking nose-hold. Like shrugged it off, like fucking it was, bro, it was so cold. How did you feel about the match?
I expected nothing less. All right.
Yeah.
Expected nothing less. All right. Got main event Brian. Got Swerve who's been on a fucking roll. All right. And like, I mean, well, the match, man. I just the way Brian bled, the way it started from the DVD, and since he was laying down, I actually think he bladed the back of his head. I don't know if he did. I'm pretty sure he did.
I think he did, and like he laid down and it came through.
Yeah. Because when in the DVD, the cameras cut away. It went back to him. He was bleeding. The blood was already going like this. It was just a one thick streak, just boom.
Yeah.
And then as the match went on, it when he started standing up, it came down his face, and then it got all up in this area. It was all everywhere. It was really just some true good old bleeding. And then like the later half of the match where they started, it was literally like they said, "Fuck the hard cam." We're directing moves at Bree and the family, and that shit was so fucking good. And when they had let's see, I think Swerve had did a house call. He might have did another one. Brian kicks out, and then Swerve started doing yes kicks.
Yeah.
Every kick you could see Brian is getting, he's stiffing up, like his upper body, like he's not, you know, people get a yes kick. He's not doing that. He's leaning into it.
He's eating
it. He's start standing up. He's like, yeah, come here, man. Come on, man. Hit me with it. Swerve goes for another kick. He catches the leg, slaps the shit out of him. Oh my god! Absolute fire to the man's mouth. Then slaps him again. Says, "Pussy, what you gonna do?" And then they go back and forth again. I believe Swerve ends up getting like back into doing him. He did like 3 more house calls or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And then did the big pressure, I think. 1, 2 kicks out. Oh my goodness, kicks out. The first time that move known as big pressure, also known as a JML driver. Is the first time it's ever been kicked out, I believe, in AEW and just ever in general. I think I don't think anyone was ever kicked out of that move. As Swerve has been using it, I don't think anyone was ever kicked out. He kicked out of that, and then it was like at this point, like, what do we do? What do we do now? And what was done was Brian winning the goddamn title. It was true. A lot of fighting back, but eventually, Hangman came out. Oh my god, that's what happened. Hangman came out. Yeah. Hangman came out. And right there, I was like, okay, so we're definitely Swerve Hangman all out, probably more likely.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. Yeah, because I think it was actually Hangman distracted Swerve, which caused Swerve to turn around to focus on Hangman, obviously, and then Swerve turned around. Brian hit the psycho knee, and I think that's what led into the submission for the finish.
Yeah, submission for the finish.
So Hangman costed Swerve the title.
Yeah, he definitely did. And Swerve tapping out this first time he's ever tapped out in AEW. A lot of firsts, like for Swerve tonight. First black man to ever main event a wrestling event at Wembley. Mm-hmm. Huge, massive thing. That building's been there for like forever.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome.
For him to be the first man to do that, it's great. Having a better main event than last year,
without a fucking doubt, like easily so.
What we came to see. It's what we came to fucking see. Overall, yeah, it's just great stuff. Match of the year contender for sure. Like it probably will be. I mean, like,
I think it'll be top 6 for me, which is like that's fucking good. Like those are like great matches.
Yeah, like honestly, just speaking on AEW, depending on what type of person you are, like there's like 4 matches that can probably be your match of the year. You have Swerve and Ospreay, you have Swerve and Danielson, you have Ospreay Danielson, and then you have Ospreay Takeshita. I feel like those 4 are like the main ones that people are like, these are probably my matches. You definitely got some other ones sprinkled in there, but I feel like those are the 4 major ones.
Yeah, those are the major ones. Yeah.
So like, but like Swerve Danielson, like what they did right there, I feel like they took like they just got everything right, you know, because the other matches they do a lot of stuff right, but there's some things where it's like, you know,
Yeah,
but
this was like smooth sailing. Like there was
yes,
nothing in the match that I was like,
like
you
yeah,
know?
like it was like just keep going wherever you got going, just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, and that's exactly what they did throughout the whole match. The match was like, how long was the match? Like 20 something minutes.
I don't even think it was that long, to be honest. Let me see if Cage Match has it up.
It didn't.
But yeah,
feel
I mean,
that
just
it did not
the match was like I said, it was like smooth sailing. Like they started off with like fantastic entrances and ended off just like all the way
25 minutes, 26
Yeah, it didn't
minutes.
feel that way at all, really.
That's crazy. Insane.
Where do you see? Is that on Cage Match?
Yeah. It's on Cage.
It's not updated for me for some reason.
Yo, the show right now, as of right now, a 9.6.
Jesus Christ.
And the match itself also has a 9.6.
Let me see if I can go here. Go here. Oh, I'd like to see this. Sorry. Jesus, yeah, you're right. It has a 9.6. Holy fuck. That's wild. Oh. Mercedes and Brett has a 4.52.
Lower than Hook and Jericho. Like, oh my god. That's offensive.
God damn, dude, that's crazy.
If I'm Mercedes, I'm pissed. I'm not gonna lie.
How can you not be, man? That's rough.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways. So yeah, I mean, Bryan Danielson is our world heavyweight champion. I'm happy. I am looking forward to his reign. I knew like afterward, like I knew once the match was over and he was the champion and stuff, I was gonna be happy. But the Hangman stuff still looms large in my mind, and I would like to see that man get his due, please, at some point soon. That'd be awesome. Overall, good show, better than last year. I think in like a week time, it'll settle in, and I'll have a more like a stronger idea how I feel about the show.
Clear conscious.
But right now, in the moment, I would say a 7 out of 10. Is that where you'd also put it?
I personally put it at like an 8.
Fair. That's fair. I think I'll be closer to like a 7.5 if we're doing fucking decimals and shit. So yeah, that is a review and / breakdown of AEW All In 2024. Let us know how you feel about it in the comments, guys. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Later.